G'day guys, I hope this finds you well. Today we're going to be talking about savings for your children. Okay, so we come across this all the time with clients and prospective clients who naturally we want to help our children get ahead. We want to save for their schooling, we want to save for their uni, we want to give them a house deposit, we want to buy their first car, whatever it is, fund their wedding, whatever it is. One of the biggest mistakes we see is people doing it in a bank account or people not starting early enough. Okay. But by far, without a doubt, without a single doubt in my mind, using a bank account is one of the biggest issues. Now, it's better than not doing anything, obviously. But what are the issues? Okay, why am I saying that's an issue? Well, the reason is, one, you get no return, right? You're sitting aside money you could be using for something else to generate better income that's not making you any money. But more importantly, if that saving becomes substantial, that the interest it generates is going to affect you. It's going to hit your taxable income. So you're going to be paying tax on money that you're not using, and then essentially you're going to be losing what could be more money into that portfolio for your children. And this is the same thing that goes for people who use investment portfolios to do that as well. That's probably a bigger problem, but at least you're getting a return for your risk. But it's a bigger problem on the income generation, because any generated income or wealth from that portfolio, and then when you want to sell, it's going to hit your tax income. It's going to hit your taxable income, and you're going to pay tax, and you're going to lose a lot more than you can keep. So what's the solution? Well, the best solution that we find, you've got to weigh your options up here, and this is not personal advice, but we've got two real options. One is sitting the money against your mortgage. But it's not our preferred, but it's one of them. The second option, which we prefer, it's one of our better options depending on your situation, is a child investment bond, or just an investment bond in general. So what is that? So an investment bond is a structure that was developed by the government to substitute essentially the period before superannuation was accessible. Okay. So it's a structure, it's its own structure, and it has certain benefits. So it has, superannuation, you get a tax-free income in retirement, but you can't touch it until preservation age. Well, bonds have a similar sort of system with a shorter time frame. So you get less benefits, but there's less restrictions. So what an investment bond is essentially a structure you put your money into and you can invest it. Okay, you can invest it in different share portfolios, different indexes, different markets, different funds, right? So you can get a return in there. But the real benefit is that as its own structure, it's all internalized. So all the fees, all the tax, it's all internalized. Okay. So nothing hits you. So there's no income distributions. There's no growth distributions out to you, right? It's all internalized. So you don't have to worry about that affecting your personal situation while saving for your child's future. Now that's part of the benefit, but the real big benefit is that after 10 years, an investment bond is tax-free. And that's what makes it huge, because you have nothing hitting your personal taxable income for those 10 years. It's all internalized at a 30 or 32.5% rate. And then if you make it past the 10-year period, you can draw an income, or you can draw the whole thing out with no tax, no capital gains, no income tax, nothing. Now, from years 7, 8, from 7 through to 10, there's a third rule, right? So in the first year you enter that final 3 years, you can get a 30% discount, a 33%. Next year you get a C6, and then you get the full one on the 10th year, right? So that's a benefit as well. Now, but one of the big benefits with an investment bond, not only being tax-free then and nothing hitting or distributing to you, is it's a really great estate planning tool, because it doesn't form part of your estate. It doesn't form bankruptcy assets. So you can put it in the child's name or have them as a beneficiary, so it's guaranteed to them if something happens to you at the same time. Now, on top of that, it's flexible, because you want to lock it in for the 10 years and get the tax-free benefit, believe you me. But should something change in that time frame, you can still withdraw the money. There's no limitation on the money, and it comes with a 32% tax credit or a tax offset, because it's already been taxed internally. Yeah. So you only have to pay tax on the difference. Brilliant. Flexible, tax effective, good investment returns, it's a great option. It's a great option for using for your kids or your child's wealth or savings accounts. It's a great option for you for your pre-retirement funds. It's a great option for future investments in general. But it does come with some fees, like any investment, and you've got to weigh up whether it fits into your market. It's great for people with companies as well. So if you have a company or a trust and you don't want those distributions hitting you, like most of us don't, because we're already earning enough money and we want to make sure that we're not paying extra tax, you can own one of these investment bonds and you can use it as a tax structure to try and retain the earnings inside that, which then don't have to be distributed. So another great option for you guys on the investment front, specifically for child saving for children, specifically for pre-retirement, and specifically for business owners with company structures that are trying to limit income and distributions out of trusts and companies. Great across those three. I think for child savings, it's one of the best. But the other two are great options as well. And there's other ways you can use this as part of your portfolio. It's amazing as well. But I thought they'd bring it up. I thought I'd let you know. If you want to chat about these more, please get in touch. There's many options out there. We use mostly a company called Generation Life, which you can read up on and have a look. But if you want to chat about this more because you're not sure, you don't know about it, and you want to, or you're a client, or you want to become a client, you want to talk about this as an option, get in touch. We're happy to have a chat. If we can help out and set you up, and you want to become a client to discuss, we can do that as well. But yeah, these are great things to consider in your portfolio, especially for those three scenarios we just discussed. All right, cheers, guys.